updates in the world of football.
Sterling for Liverpool. He's seen Henderson face to face with Fernandinho. Henderson! Oh wow! Lifts the Anfield roof. Company's error, yes.
Formula One.
Near him, because down the inside now comes Carlos Sainz on Lewis Hamilton. Sainz just squeezes Hamilton, who goes over the rumble strip.
Cycling, boxing. Basketball and lots more. Listen to us live on Sport Rush, Mondays to Fridays, 12:30 p.m. to 1 p.m. on Al-IyamoyeTv Radio. For more inquiries, please call 0806 242 9799. Sports Rush, your everyday dose of sports.
Good morning, everyone. Happy New Week to everyone. Happy New Day to everyone. It's another day of Sports VAR on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. We give you the updates on sports all over the world today, and I am ZAYID.
I'm surely Moshe Destin Sports. Good morning to you all.
Okay, starting with our Nigerian League, I will let Nigerian legend footballer JJ Okocha made a statement saying, "I would rather watch EPL match on TV than to watch Nigerian Premier League live in stadium." How does this sound disheartening to Nigerian, the MPFL, or is just saying the fact?
The beta is truth. He's saying the fact, but the time frame that he made the statement is very wrong to me, in my own opinion. Because if you sample the opinion of 100 Nigerians, 90% will say they prefer to watch the EPL, La Liga, or thereabouts on television at the viewing center rather than going to the stadium to go and watch a live match. I have so many people that they prefer to watch Nigerian League. My people from Ibadan, Oyo State, they prefer to go and watch Shooting Star rather than watching Arsenal, Manchester United. So some people are die-hard Nigerian football fan, and for him to say such, should not have said this kind of statements at this present moment, because now there is an upgrade in Nigerian League. Now, when the season starts by the end of the week, you have the chance to watch the Nigerian League on your phone, live and direct, without going to the stadium. It means now we now have the chance to bridge the gap of going to the stadium. Maybe in Ogun State now, Gateway want to play, and maybe most of last season game, Gateway play most of the last season game at Shagamu and Ijebu. They play all their home games. They play there. So me that if I'm fortunate to be a Gateway United fan, I might not be able to go and watch Gateway there, but I can watch it live on my phone. I can watch almost start live on my phone, because I don't have the chance to go to the stadium, or if I go to the stadium, what my eyes will be seeing, I might not like it. Most of things happened last season. Maybe we have fans encroachment on the field of play, which is not that good. But we are showing the match live on phone. You can watch live on phone with just 200 naira per match. All thanks to the MPFL and Prepare Sport Africa, they made it happen. That the Prepare Sport Africa, they are the one that also show Champions League as well. So you'll be watching Nigerian League as you always watch Champions League, as you always watch the EPL via your phone with a little amount of money. So it's not the most moment that you should say such. We know people will not go to the stadium to go and watch my, but now it's not possible for me to watch the match live on my phone. So if you cannot add to the league, don't criticize the league. That people are seeing JJ Okocha as one of the face of Nigerian football. Yeah. What has JJ Okocha contributed to Nigerian football? That's my question. Did they have any academy in Nigerian football? We know Wakukano as Papilo FC. This lady, Asas Oshoala, he has Asas Oshoala Football Academy at Lagos. They are contribute immensely to Nigerian football moving forward. Recently, Enyimba International has used Wakukano as the chairman of Enyimba. Okocha was used as chairman of Delta Football FA. What was the achievement of JJ Okocha at Delta? So if you cannot contribute, don't criticize. His criticism is very right that Actually, 90% of Nigerians would prefer to watch APL V Center rather than go to stadium. But now that they want to show it on the phone, it's not now that you need to come out and criticize it. Let's see how it will go if they want to show the game. It will give us insight of fans that always have encroachment, a coach that always beats referees that are not competent enough to blow the league. So I think on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say Austin Okocha made the wrong statement, 9/10. The wrong statement. Let's say he's saying the right thing. Bitter is truth. But the truth is bitter. But not at this stage that Nigerian League we have the chance to watch Nigerian League live on phone via just 200 naira. So I think the statement is not right at this moment in time.
Okay, let's chip into Arsenal Manchester United match that went on yesterday. Not even talking about the results, but a particular player, Rasmus Højlund, who entered the match and changed around the game for Manchester United. What do you see as those the short minutes he spent on the field for Manchester United?
At the little camera we saw with Rasmus Højlund, it shows as Manchester United are having a very good player in Rasmus Højlund. But the issue is, will he be able to score goals? That is the issue. Because look at Nicholas Jackson as well. If you see the first 4 games of Nicholas Jackson, you will see how is a very good prospect for Chelsea as well with his all-round play like that. But it's a struggler. I call him an hustler because he needs to relax his nerves and have the chance to be inside the box, to have crosses and score when he relaxed. Look at Elibot Haaland. He score goals inside the box when he's relaxed, not when he has used most of his strength. And about what I saw from Rasmus Højlund yesterday, a little camera I saw from him, I think Manchester United are having a good play. If they are coming, that says yesterday, I think Rashford did something yesterday. There was a counter that Højlund has joined the counter attack. Just square the ball back to Højlund, but he ended up cutting the ball back. I want to play the shot and he lost the ball. So Manchester United are getting a good player with a little camera, with little short clips we watched from Rasmus Højlund yesterday, and I hope he can continue like that. But goals will determine the striker. You being an hustler will not determine how successful you are. Scoring goals will make you a good striker.
Okay, still on the Arsenal Manchester United. If you look at Arsenal team yesterday, it changed due to the injuries suffered by Thomas Partey, as not using Thomas Partey as the right back. Starting up Gabriel Magalhaes with Saliba and Ben White and also Zinchenko. Which do you prefer?
I prefer Gabriel Magalhaes to start because if you look at Gabriel Magalhaes yesterday, I think Arsenal have a very stabilized defense yesterday. And you look at Ben White, I think Ben White has changed the kind of game he played last season. Mostly he just sits on the back. I mean, for yesterday, he also attacked. He helped Bukayo Saka yesterday because Bukayo Saka was unable to get out of Dalot yesterday, and if you see, there are some crosses inside the box from Ben White yesterday, and it's very clear that the back four of Arsenal should now be Gabriel Magalhaes, William Saliba, and Ben White, and you have Zinchenko. But yesterday, Arsenal fans should not just rejoice that okay, we have the midfield of Declan Rice, Kai Havertz, Martin Odegaard because they play well. Because yesterday, aside from losing the goals he lost yesterday, Kai Havertz at least he really tried more than the previous 3 games for Arsenal. He played very well in the middle yesterday. But let's look at the team they are playing against. Manchester United midfield are nowhere to be found. Even though from the start of the season, Manchester United midfield are very, they are not good. They are not going to be found in all their first 3 games. Yesterday as well, Arsenal overrun them inside in the middle of the park. Arsenal won the game in the middle. Arsenal won the game via the midfield position because if you look at Mikel Arteta yesterday, when he brought in Fabio Vieira, he brought in Nelson and the likes. They attack so much, and the likes of Casemiro needs to come back and do some dirty work in defensive position. Even though yesterday I don't see anybody that will call Bruno Fernandes on the field of play. Same thing as Eriksen. We saw Casemiro because of his defensive midfield. He did some dirty job on the field of play. So I think having Sophie Amrabat back, bringing some Amrabat from load from Fiorentina, maybe having some Amrabat and Casemiro playing together and have Bruno Fernandes playing in front of them will make Manchester United midfield to be solid enough. So that's why I say Arsenal fans should not that rejoice that okay, now that Thomas Partey is not around with injury, that they are good to go with Declan Rice, Odegaard, and Kai Havertz. No, it's just because of the kind of team they are playing yesterday. Because Manchester United's side are not stable yesterday. But all the way yesterday, Arsenal did the risk that Mikel Arteta took yesterday. The risk pay off. Because I would say it's a risk. Yeah. At 90 minutes, goals stayed at 1-1. Let's assume the Garnacho goal was not good at the offside. The worst thing that will happen yesterday is to end up in total draw. Yeah, draw. So at the end of the day, you can see Arsenal fans already left the stadium yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Most of them heard the jubilation from outside Emirates Stadium. So it pays off. It's a kind of title contender performance from Arsenal yesterday.
Okay, yeah, let's not forget Gabriel Jesus scored his first goal ever in his career against Manchester United, as the striker hasn't even scored a goal since when he was in Manchester City also, and now scored his first goal yesterday against Manchester United ever in his career. Okay, let's discuss about Erling Haaland. Even without De Bruyne in the match, we see Erling Haaland still scoring hat-trick on Saturday. Does this Erling Haaland shows us he's better off even without a number of good feeders in the midfield, such as Kevin De Bruyne?
It's a very fantastic transfer from Manchester City side, because if you look at before they brought in Jeremy Doku and other like Martin Nunes, if you look at Manchester City, you can predict where they'll come from. You predict that Bernardo Silva will be the creative force in the middle. But now yesterday, the day on Saturday, you will see some attacking threat from Jeremy Doku. Although he doesn't score, he doesn't provide assist, but you will see some attacking threat. That now you have two players from the flank that can disturb the fullbacks, which Chelsea doesn't have against Nottingham Forest. Because if you have someone that playing from the right, they're a winger. You also have someone playing from the left as a winger that will torment defense. So you can't remove goal from anybody. Haaland is a kind of striker that I know he doesn't want to struggle before he scores goals. He will stay inside the box, position himself, and score goals. And I keep saying, Elliot Haaland will be their goal scorer this season. No talk about that. I took it. I gave him the crown. I goal scorer. Now he has scored 6 goals so far. 6 goals so far. Other players that are at back, Son Heung-min 3 goals. Evans 3 goals as well. So he's now leading 3 goals ahead of others. So there's still possibility he scored if he doesn't have any injury. So he might not just score goals compared to last season. In the old competition. Generally, he might not score up to 50 something goals he scored last season. But I think Elliot Haaland, moving forward, he'll still be able to score goals. But I think Man City are not relying on him anymore. The reliance on Elliot Haaland is not that much because they know they are Julian Alvarez. But Alvarez, what Alvarez is doing inside the team is even more than what Haaland is doing, because they have true striker. That's even though if a central defender focus on Elliot Haaland, Alvarez will do get the job and score goals or provide assist.
Okay, yeah, let's take a short break from here. When we get back from the break, we continue on the performance of teams that played during the weekend. Do stay with us. Thank you.
Thousands have been disappointed severally in their bid to seek greener pasture abroad. To those quack in the traveling agency business, it is a rocket science. That is not our case at TAOHEED Travels and Tour. We have in-depth details on how to successfully, without stress, help you process and secure your visa to anywhere in the world. Do you want permanent residential visa, visiting and tourism visa, student visa to places like Europe, America, Asia, Africa? It's no big deal to us at TAOHEED Travels and Tour. Our years of experience and expertise speaks volume for us. Let's process and secure visa for you to UK, USA, and Canada within a twinkle of an eye. We offer Hajj and Umrah services to our Muslim faithfuls. What are you waiting for? Consult us at number 9 TAOHEED Central Mosque, Sholanke Street, behind Laroy Hotel, Abiola Way, Abeokuta. 0802 733 0900 or 0806 578 4060. Stop wasting money. Pay for peace of mind. Talk to TAOHEED Travels and Tour.
Gbogbo aláfẹ́ tó gbayì tó fẹ́ wọṣọ yìí ṣoge tó bágbà mu ló ń kọjá lọ sí House of Zion.
happiness.
House of Zayana, the name I know when we talk of top-notch fashion, quality materials and class. House of Zayana, Letima Rojulowo Turkey wears, Egypt and Malaysia clothing, Dubai, àwọn designer bags lóríṣiríṣi, àwọn ìtẹ̀lẹ̀ bàtà tó jiná tí wọ́n fa wọ original ṣe, àwọn aago kájọ tó ń ka wákàtí ọjọ́, designer sunglasses and perfumes, pẹ̀lú àwọn gbogbo nǹkan tóbìnrin àsìkò fi ń gbafẹ́ lò gbà. Mo débẹ̀, ojú mi ń ṣe kámi, èmi ni ó rà, èmi ni ó mú. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin mùsùlùmí ẹlẹ́sìn tẹ́ gbòógè gbọ́n pa fashion tẹ́ wá nílò jàlábíà, hijab àti àbáyà lóríṣiríṣi. House of Zayana lẹ́ò ti rí gbogbo ẹ̀ rà. House of Zayana wà ní 52 Ọlọ́run ṣògo road adjacent Redeemed Church Agape Parish Ọlọ́run ṣògo Abẹ́òkúta. Lórí Instagram House of Zayana 08165688618. House of Zayana, ilé ìtajà tá a ti ń tojúlówó aṣọ àti nǹkan aṣaralóge tí ń gbéni níyì.
Welcome back to Sportville on Al-IyamoyeTv, and radio still on the performance of the weekend matches. Let's go on to the savior of Real Madrid, the one Galactico of Real Madrid, Jude Bellingham, with 4 goals in 3 matches. What a wonderful 4 goals.
5 goals in 4 matches.
What a wonderful performance from Jude Bellingham since he came to Real Madrid to score for them. The winner series without likes of Vinicius, as Carlo Ancelotti has said, that even without Vinicius, we are good to go. Is this proving Carlo Ancelotti was right?
I don't want it to call me octopus. Because remember when transfer market was still early, when they bought in Jude Bellingham, I said something. He will score goals. On Saturday, I was arguing with ZAYID that there's a difference between attacking midfielder and a creative midfielder. Jude Bellingham is an attacking midfielder. He doesn't mind not creating. If creating comes from his side, it comes. Now he has got 5 goals. The first player that would do that, a first Galactico that would do such after Cristiano Ronaldo. Now he has now pulled up the burden on him. He has shifted. He failed to look at the price tag. 5 goals, not a striker, a midfielder. Now his goals are goals that saves Real Madrid. Not that Real Madrid are leading 5-0 before he score, leading 3-0 before he score. They are winning goals that saves Liverpool 95 minutes. It's very, very incredible. I said something yesterday whereby Chelsea are having Jackson dancing like a Jackson. Madrid have Jude Bellingham giving them joy. Because you have, I know most teams offer this player before he went to Real Madrid. Don't get the light at Liverpool. Chelsea also saw him as well. Not going for him, but they saw him. They saw what he can give out. We can't deny from the fact that Real Madrid are having problem now, but they have someone that's coming in for them to score. So my prayer for Real Madrid now is for him not to get injury. If he gets injury, who else will come and score goals? If you now see that Real Madrid they are now, it's not kind of rotation between other players, but Bellingham is not being rotated. Don't forget on Saturday they didn't start. Bava start from the bench. Modric starts. So, but moving forward, I think they should just try to reduce the workload on this guy, because fatigue will set in. Goal drought will come. We are still in the early season. But go to the half of the season and go might dry for him. If there is now over reliance on this guy, it might affect Real Madrid. But they got a very good player and one of the Galacticos that has proved everybody wrong that it was the money. All the best to Bellingham, and I hope he doesn't have injury for Real Madrid.
Okay, let's chip in into Evan Ferguson from Brighton, the Brighton striker. Evan Ferguson, where do you see him next coming years?
18 years old, Evan Ferguson. That's Brighton. I think Brighton, they are getting. I know by next season, I know teams will come for Evan Ferguson. Sure. Like of Chelsea, they love going for players, the young players. Many teams will come for this guy. 18 years old, but my advice is for him not to leave Brighton next season. This guy he started it from last season. Gradually, he disposed of that Welbeck from the team. He starts as a striker for Brighton. Now, you know one thing that makes all these players perform better at Brighton? there are not too much expectations from Brighton. There is no pressure on them to win trophies. Now, coach can risk anything at Brighton. But when you risk, it's not left for the player to give you what you want to prove the doubters wrong. He scored 3 clinical goals against almighty Newcastle United. If he scored it against TAOHEED or Luton Town, we say he scored against Swansea. He scored a thing against Champions League, a team that will play Champions League. The best that last season, 12 match, they have 12 match unbeaten run. So by next season, I think Brighton will have another player that they will need to, or they will say, okay, we want 100 or 120 million pounds. I think what we think of in the transfer market is during the summer is that they have this guy Edingra. Now Edingra is the secret weapon for Dizabi, but no, it shocked everybody. Edingra always come from the bench. Now they are also as a manufacturer at the disposal. So I think Brighton every season they have player that they will sell for which amount of money. Ben White left Brighton, Yas Bizoma left Brighton, Bizoma left Brighton, Cucurella left Brighton, Bond left Brighton, Casado left Brighton. They still move forward. So I think in the next 2-3 years, at least like 120 million pounds, Brighton will put on him.
Okay, yeah, the result of the matches that went on during the weekend. There was Sheffield United and Everton and the Togo won the match, ending up 2-2. Brentford also produced the same thing with Bournemouth 2-2, and the almighty Chelsea was eventually defeated by Nottingham Forest. What do you think about that?
Chelsea are still in the building process. I tell Chelsea fans, trust the process. On Saturday, after the game, most Chelsea fans abroad are pointing fingers at Thiago Silva. And I think it's very unfair to point out at Thiago Silva. That is the cause of Chelsea downfall so far so good. Where are other players? Where is Disasi? I think Disasi needs to think well, to think fast in the EPL. The EPL doesn't give rooms for you to be slow in thinking. That's the reason why I love Jorginho. He's very fast in thinking. You give him the ball, he knows where you want to play the ball before you give him the ball. That is what calls problem to Khalid Koulibaly at Chelsea. He's very slow in decision making. At EPL, strikers, attackers are very fast than rockets. They are even smarter than smart kids. They try to just, whenever they have the chance, look at the goal against West Ham. The goal that was scored by Anthony. Anthony just took the risk. Where Zidane don't want to take the risk. And first are calling for Pochettino to revert back to 4 at the back. I told people Chelsea are playing 4 at the back. Chelsea are not playing 3 at the back. It's just that Pochettino is trying to use Ben Chilwell in an attacking position that will make Ben Chilwell at least to be much more being attackable to crosses, and it's now a detriment of the performance of Ben Chilwell. If Ben Chilwell is coming from the left position, being played from 3, the crosses will come out. Look at when Yamasin came in. There are some crosses that come from this guy. Ben Chilwell scored 1 goal last season against West Ham United. The goal that won Chelsea the game. The same goal comes in against Nottingham Forest, which Ben Chilwell has overused himself. What I can only say to opposition is to revert Ben Chilwell back to the central back, to the left back, and have Thiago Silva, Lewikowi at the back, and have goes to maybe James back. But I think what Pochettino is trying to do is to have maybe Latvia back from injury and the like, whereby they have 2-6, now 2 number 6, 2 defensive midfielder, or we have Casado, they have Casado and Enzo Fernandez, and they will have 1 attacking midfielder, or prevention they have Casado, Latvia, Enzo, and they have Kopama or Liam Madueke. They have them on the left hand side. They have Sterling from the right hand side, Sterling from the left hand side. That is when Chelsea will still come out. But Chelsea are not playing 5 from the back. Just fans should not point fingers at Thiago Silva. We know this man is 8 years old, but he still play at the top level, which the likes of Harry Maguire, Lindelof, or Dizazi, they are not even up to this man tax. So they should not make Thiago Silva a scapegoat at Chelsea. Was it that Thiago Silva that said because that seems to lose that last minute goal? Yeah. No. Although he has his own mistake, his own fault. because it was from his angle that Taiwo Awoniyi plays the ball through his legs and play through ball. Well, was anybody saying anything about Caicedo and Gallagher? Caicedo played the ball to Gallagher. Gallagher lost the ball in the middle. People are saying Caicedo lost, but I think Caicedo doesn't lost the ball. It was Gallagher that lost the ball that makes the counter attack to come. So as moving forward, Chelsea are seeing processing stage, and I think they'll still get it right.
Okay, Manchester City Fulham 5-1 with Erling Haaland and hat-trick, and also Burnley against Tottenham Hotspur with Son also with hat-trick, and the new signing Maddison with a goal, and Romero also with a goal, and the young starlet Ivan Ferguson with hat-trick against Newcastle with Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson came up with a 9-minute goal, which wasn't effective enough to make them even draw, not to talk of winning the match. And yesterday, Crystal Palace also won 3-2 against Wolves. Liverpool also skipped through Aston Villa with 3-0, and Dominic Szoboszlai, as someone said, scored goals likely to Steven Gerrard. Steven Gerrard scores unstoppable goals from the wide range goal from the midfield, and also Dominic Szoboszlai does something like that, but he's cooking, as you always say. Something is always cooking.
Liverpool are cooking as well, because I don't expect Liverpool at this stage at least to be worried about. I told some people, I say Liverpool, this is in their title contender as well. They don't even be as if they don't have a defensive midfielder. You see how they play yesterday. They all come out in play and they have the chance. And you know that I know my prayer for Liverpool now is not to have Arnold to go out to be out for a long period of time, because now he's out injured. He was substituted yesterday whenever he had the injury. But if you look at Liverpool team yesterday, you see that they've already started from where they stopped last season. They are yet to lose any game. They have 10 points. From second to sixth position in the EPL, 10 points. So every one of them, aside from Liverpool, Manchester City, they are ahead of others. So Liverpool, this is with the kind of player they brought in, they have a very good transfer. To me, they have a good transfer. Having Endo and they having Riverbench and Szoboszlai, McAllister, they are good to go. I'm not saying Mo Salah is very good to them moving forward. And I know Szoboszlai, I think they can score goals, because we saw the kind of goal he always scored for Hungary and RB Leipzig as well. So moving forward, I think he can still score some goals like that. Sweet goals. They call it sweet goal for Szoboszlai yesterday.
Okay, and finally yesterday, match of the EPL, Arsenal against Manchester United, where Arsenal won 9 minutes win as they did to some games last season, 3-1 in the Bundesliga. Yesterday, Frankfurt Cologne 1-1, Union Berlin Leipzig. Leipzig defeated Union Berlin 3-0. And in La Liga yesterday, Barcelona with also a late winner from Robert Lewandowski, a penalty for Barcelona. Barcelona also won 2-1 with Mallorca Athletic Club 0-0, and Girona Las Palmas 1-0. Come to the end of the Sports Vibe today on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. Don't forget to like, follow, comment, and share our programs on Facebook, Al-IyamoyeTv Radio, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. I remain ZAYID.
I'm sure I'm sure there's some sports.
Tell you
goodbye.